What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Go on in, fam. You know what? I'll wait till a few hundred of you guys get in here so we can make sure everybody get the message. Everybody need to get in on this one, fam, because we're all at risk. We all got a stake in this. So let me let a few hundred of you guys get in. Make sure you let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. What's up, NYC? Jonathan Ward, Anthony Moore, what it do? Charlotte, North Carolina, the building. Darius Grady. I see you, Byron Chambers, Austin, Texas, checking it out. Fort Pierce, Florida. It's that Hallen Gray Jr. What it do? Claude Harper, what it do? Maurice, Elizabeth, Kentucky. Bobby Harris, Connecticut, checking in. I see Wisconsin, Darren Fleming, Greg Thompson. Yeah. Central Florida. What up, Big Bus? I see Lamont Blue. Richard Cooper Power Jr., Fort Lauderdale, checking in. I see Randy Cook, Chicago, Longview, Texas, checking in. Robert, who is that? Robert Walton. Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, fam. I think it's that time. We got the numbers up. We good enough. Everybody else gonna just have to catch up to us, right? So, fam, how many times have I told y'all that the police does not prevent crime? The police respond to crime. They respond. Family, right now, if somebody wanted to do something to you right now, the police ain't going to stop them from doing it. You're going to have to stop them from doing it. If somebody wants to come in your house right now, the police is going to show up after the crime is reported. By then, it'll probably be too late for you if you're waiting on the police. This is why I don't fall for it every time somebody kills a cop and everybody go like, oh, police is a dangerous job. Being an officer is a dangerous job. You know, they got to do a lot of work and da-da-da. You know, I don't fall for that the same way I don't fall for when they kill people. And everybody be like, well, you know, it's a necessary evil. You know, if they're going to protect us, it's a necessary evil. So, you know, we got to get a police, we got to give them some latitude to kill. I don't buy it, fam. I don't buy it. Most police officers, if they do their job correctly, will never have to pull out their gun in their entire career. If they're on the force for 30 years, they won't have to pull out their gun for 30 years. Most police officers who do the killing and the shooting, they are a small minority, like that. Put it like this. They're a microcosm of society at large. So society at large has a small population of people who commit the crimes and re-offend. And it's the same way in the police department. These same people who commit crimes, who wear the badge, who wear the gun, they're in that minority that do all the killing, that go around beating people up and going crazy. You dig? But the problem is that minority that they have, when they commit crimes, unlike the average person in society, they don't go to jail. They're not held accountable. So being a police officer is not a specifically dangerous job, okay? It's not a particularly dangerous job, right? Being a window washer is more dangerous than being a police officer. Being a lumberjack is more, hell, being a rapper is more dangerous than being a police officer. Being a bus driver is more dangerous than being a police officer. Being a store clerk is more dangerous than being a police officer. There's a whole lot of jobs out there more dangerous than being a police officer. It's just that we fall for the okie doke with the police officer job being so dangerous because we're on the illusion that their job is to protect us. So here's yet one more example where the police was hired to do a job that they failed to do. And I'm going to tell you something, fam. These cops that allowed this killing to go down, who failed to respond in a timely manner, the reason they did not respond is because they're cowards. That's right, I said it. They cowards, fam. They let that killer go in there and kill those kids. That killer was first reported in a whole hour before they killed him. A whole hour after he entered the building. So he in there just picking off little kids, just killing whatever he wanted to kill. And they lied and tried to change the narrative, and they tried to change the narrative and add different outcomes so that they didn't make themselves look so bad. They straight up lied, fam. I want y'all to check out the timeline. This is the timeline for the Uvalde school shooting. This is the timeline. This is the school shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas on Tuesday. Elementary school. He killed 19 babies. 19 babies, fam. He in here just having his way with people, kids, just shooting and killing and picking off, doing what he wants to. While the police, with all of the armor, this is the same police that be shooting people all the time whenever they feel like it. These are the same people that love to shoot and pull out the gun and shoot innocent people. They got the guns, they got the tactical gear, they got everything. They scared to go inside. Actually the guys with the tactical gear showed up a little bit later, but they got the vest, they got the guns, but they ain't going inside to try to stop the shooter. Why? Because their asses were scared. Yeah, fam, a whole bunch of cowards. That's right, a bunch of cowards. The family, the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, the people in the community was outside the school begging the police officers to go in. One guy even told the police officer, "Give me your vest, you're not using it. I'll go in and kill him myself." Those cowards stood by and let those babies get murdered. No, they couldn't have stopped every last one of them from getting killed, but they could have stopped many of them from getting killed. Even if they had stopped one, that would have been something. It would have meant something. Those cowards sat back and watched those babies and listened. I ain't going to say watch. Listened to the rat-a-tat-tat of the shooter's gun, murdering little babies, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. Kids ain't done nothing to nobody. Check out the timeline, fam. This is uncivilized mutt. Salvador Ramos killed 21 people, 19 children. 19 children. The police made significant changes and additions to the timeline. But here is the truth. Here's what happened. This is the timeline. Officials are now saying 12 minutes passed between the time the gunman, identified as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, crashed his truck near Robb Elementary School and when he entered the building. So he crashed his truck near the school an entire 12 minutes before he entered the school. When he crashed his truck, he got out shooting at some nearby cemetery workers. New information indicates that Ramis was not confronted by police before entering. Initially, officials said that officers engaged. Why would they tell that bold-faced lie? Moving on. I mentioned that he shot at two funeral workers. I said cemetery workers, but he shot at two funeral home workers before he entered the school. He entered the school through an unlocked door and barricaded himself in a classroom filled with students and teachers. Once inside, he unleashed a barrage of gunfire, killing 19 children and 2 adults, all in the same room. He was finally killed after more than an hour. After a Border Patrol Special Weapons team arrived. An entire hour at 11 a.m. Check this out, fam. At 11 a.m., this is the start of everything. At 11 a.m., in a series of private Facebook messages, Ramis announced his intentions to kill. He said, "I'm going to shoot my grandmother." The second post was, "I shot my grandmother." At 11:15, he sends another message on Facebook declaring, "I'm going to shoot an elementary school." Listen to my words, fam. Listen to the timeline. First, at 11 a.m., he posted, "I'm going to shoot my grandmother." Then he shot his grandmother in the face and posted, "I shot my grandmother." An entire 15, this is somebody that just said they murdered somebody. He's on Facebook. What Facebook police at when you need them? They always right there, Johnny on the spot. When I post something, they ready to lock me up. Now, where were they when this dude talked about killing? They locked me up for posting something about Black empowerment, Black awareness. Calling out one of these low-down dirty cops, uncivilized politicians. But they let a killer get on and post at his own leisure. He posts at 11 a.m. He gonna shoot somebody. He gonna shoot his grandmama. Then shot his grandmama in the face. Then a whole entire 15 minutes later, he sends another message on Facebook declaring, "I'm going to shoot an elementary school." At 11:15, fam. 13 minutes later, he crashed his truck into a concrete drainage. Now, at this point, 11:15, if they ain't had him by the time he shot his grandmother, by the time he said, "I'm finna shoot up a school," at this point, everybody's supposed to be on Facebook letting the authorities know this idiot is talking about shooting up a school. At that, this is when 911 is supposed to be used. Everybody's supposed to be on 911. This dude talking about shooting up a school. He's shooting up a school. This guy in the Uvalde area talking about shooting up a school, shooting up a school, shooting up a school. 911, everything goes out. Lockdown, every school in the Uvalde area, surrounding areas, lockdown, schools everywhere, lockdown, 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 lockdown. Ain't no way this monster should have been allowed in that school. Ain't no way he should have made his way inside of a school. The moment his ass looked like he was about to enter the grounds, they should have downed his ass. But as usual, when it's really going down, when you really need the police, they sleep at the wheel. They chilling. They kicking it. Or they somewhere in a corner scared to death. At 11:15, he sends a message on Facebook declaring, "I'm going to shoot an elementary school." At 11:28, 13 minutes later, where's the police? By the way, they ain't nowhere to be found. 13 minutes later, now this is a small community. We're talking about 16,000 people. 13 minutes later, at 11:28 a.m., he crashed his truck into a concrete drainage ditch near Robb Elementary School. He jumps out of the passenger side carrying a long-arm rifle and a bag later determined to be a full bag of ammunition. He then fires at two people at the funeral home across the street from his wrecked vehicle and continues walking toward the school. He climbs a fence. First of all, those people he shot at, you think they ain't calling the police? He then climbs a fence and enters the school parking lot, firing at the building multiple times. Where are the resource officers? Remember, fam, it's 11:28 when he crashed his truck into the concrete drainage ditch. And he makes his way to the school, hops the fence. And at 11:40, 12 entire minutes later, he enters Robb Elementary School and shoots multiple rounds. He then, let me back up. He walks at 11:40, he walks into the west side of Robb Elementary School. So he's not inside yet. At 11:40, he's not even inside. He walks around to the west side of the school. Then he enters the building through an unlocked door. What? Oh, we got security everywhere. We got school resource officers, but we got a damn unlocked door. We paying, taxes is paying for all this. We paying for all of this protection. But where was it on Tuesday? So the South Texas regional director for the state's Department of Public Safety said in a news briefing on Thursday, check this out, you're gonna love this. We will find out as much as we can why it was unlocked, and maybe it was locked, or maybe it was locked. But right now, it appears it was unlocked. No shit, Sherlock. Maybe if the door is locked, it takes him a minute to get through. He got to shoot his way through. Or maybe he have to go around and figure out another way to get in. And maybe that buys enough time for the police to come in and engage for real. But perhaps not, because they were so damn scared, shaking in their boots. Some of them probably shitted on themselves. Scary asses. But they want to go around shooting citizens, like it ain't nothing. And then they always are feared for my life. Hell, so I guess them the 19 little babies in that school didn't have to fear for they wasn't fearing for their lives. They wasn't afraid at all. At 11:43, Robb Elementary School announces a lockdown. The Uvalde Police Department shares information on Facebook. Now, look at this, fam. At 11:43, Robb Elementary School announces a lockdown. The dude started shooting at the school. He starts shooting at the school at somewhere between 11:28 and 11:40. He starts shooting at the school. What's up with the delayed lockdown? At 11:43, they announced the lockdown. The Uvalde Police Department shares information on Facebook. At 11:44, the Uvalde Police Department and the Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District Police Department move inside the building. They finally move inside the building at 11:44. They're inside the building at 11:44. Check out the excuse. The majority of the gunfire was in the beginning, Escalon said. I'd say numerous, more than 25. He's trying to set it up, fam. He's trying to get everybody comfortable with the idea that there was nothing they could do. He said there was a lot of gunfire in the beginning. Sporadic shots continued as police attempted negotiations. So he sent 25 shots, more than 25. It was a lot of gunfire in the beginning. It was a lot of gunfire, trying to get people used to the idea that maybe the kids were already dead, right? Okay, 12:17 p.m. The Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District announces the shooting on social media. There's an active shooter at Robb Elementary. Law enforcement is on site. Your cooperation is needed at the time by not visiting the campus. As soon as more information is gathered, it will be shared. The rest of the district is under secure status. What parent, what loving parent in their right mind is going to read some dumb shit like that and stay away from the school? The ignorance, fam, the level of ignorance is absolutely appalling. And these are people that are in positions of power that we're giving stewardship over our children while we're at work trying to earn a living. By the time the warning went out, parents were already gathered at the school demanding action. They're trying to tell the police, go in there, get in there. They're telling them. There's video out there saying what parents are saying, go in. And they're standing by. They're scared as hell, scared to death. (12:23). Parents are told to pick up their children at 12:45. That's 22 whole entire minutes later. U.S. Border Patrol tactical team arrived, breached the classroom, and killed Ramis. Escalon, the Texas Public Safety Department spokesperson, says that they could not say why it took an hour for a federal special weapons team to enter the classroom and kill the gunman. At 1:06 p.m., the Uvalde Police Department reports the suspect is in custody. Let me tell you something, fam. Let me tell you something that I know for a fact. I'm not waiting on no goddamn a special tactical team to come in. I got a gun. I got a vest. You got kids in that goddamn room that's being held hostage. It's a goddamn maniac, uncivilized mutt in that shoot. I'm taking my goddamn chances. I'm going in, man. Where they make these cowards at, fam? Where these cowards come from? Every last one of them need to take that goddamn uniform off and burn it. And all their asses need to get locked up. They need to go to jail. Every last one of them. Fucking cowards. They want to run around here talking this police talk. Oh, it's a dangerous job. Oh, we want to salute the officers. Oh, officers. Where the brave officers at when them kids was getting gunned down? Where was the brave officers at? Where they at? I want to know, because I ain't seen none. They waited a whole, you know he in there picking. When you hear an active shooter, that means ain't no damn negotiations. Hell as you mean? Ain't no negotiations. It's an active shooter. The longer you wait, the more bodies gonna pile up. That's the whole idea. You got a person going in there, he ain't got no damn demands. He going in there, he want blood. He want life. He want to see people die. He want to see people struggle and beg for their life. He want a carnage. He trying to stack bodies. The hell is you in there trying to negotiate for? Take your scary ass in there and get the job done. Down that clown. Y'all want to be police officers till it's time to be police officers. You see? You want to protect the public until it's time to protect the public. You want to say you're protecting the public. You want the public to believe that we're safe with you around. We're safer with you around until it's time for you to really be around, for you to really come through. I'll give credit where credit is due. Every now and then, you got a situation where a cop comes through and he actually saves somebody's life. Every now and then. But in most cases, man, ain't no hero cops out there. Ain't no heroes. They default heroes. They got the badge, they got the gun, and they getting credit just because they got a badge and a gun. It's like a person that going to the army and ain't bust one shot, but people saying thank you for your service because they was out there, they in the army, and they paint the roads. Okay, it's a job, but that ain't equal to being on the front lines. That ain't equal to taking shots. You out there painting roads where and you got a damn near the whole military base is covered, blanketed, got you straight. You got planes and helicopters. Ain't nobody flying over. That's a no-fly zone. You good. See, they like being cops when it's easy, when it's a mob, but look, when somebody really got a gun, when somebody really bought that life, that's when they really scared. They ain't scared of no unarmed person. They ain't scared of no person that they think might have a gun. They're not scared of that. They're not afraid. A whole lot of them choose to be cops and they want to go into the hood so they can beat up people and shoot people and disrespect people. That's what they call entertainment. A lot of them work on the border so they can extort people, so that they can mistreat people, get sex, all kinds of stuff. They're afraid. They're cowards. They're getting free checks. Straight up cowards. They sat there and listened to them babies get murdered. And they didn't do jack. But I guarantee you, they'll be back on the job tomorrow, acting all honorable, with the suit on and the gun and, going around pushing people around. Oh, I can guarantee they harassed somebody today. They harassed somebody yesterday. Why didn't they harass that shooter? Why didn't they harass the shooter? Because their asses were scared. Fucking cowards. Man, I couldn't even have something like that on my record. I'm going in. I can't have something like that on my record. Call me Dirty Harry. I know that's a television dude, but I'm the real thing. I ain't no, it's certain shit I don't want on my record, fam. I just wouldn't have that on my record. If I ain't got the heart to be a cop, to actually do what the job requires, I don't want the job. I'm going to do what the job requires. When I rap, the job required going in the studio, recording, writing the music, going on tour, doing autograph signings, taking pictures, shooting videos. That's the job. I'm either with it, I'm with all of it, or I ain't with none of it. I invest. The job requires looking at my positions, seeing what's out there, trying to get a pulse on the market, taking my position, buying the dip, selling when I'm on top, and rinse and repeat. You can't invest if you're not willing to take a loss or take a chance. That's the game. You're not supposed to be a cop. You're not supposed to wear the uniform if you're not willing to risk your life. Risking your life don't involve going around pushing people around, bullying people, starting shit, making up fights, making up crimes, charging people, planting dope while you own dope. You're a cop. It's a dangerous situation. You assess the situation. And if you have to put your life on the line, you put your life on the line. Yeah, everybody want to go home at the end of the night. But your job requires that you put your life on the line in certain situations. This was one of those situations. All hands on deck. I would not want, man, I couldn't even live with myself. Somebody say, oh, you was at the Uvalde shooting. You was one of the cops on the scene. You was out there. You mean you was in that? You was actually inside the school when it was happening? I wouldn't even want to. I throw that shit away and burn it. Man, I couldn't even live with myself, man. But they can, because they know they wasn't about that life no way. They know that they wasn't about that life. Straight up cowards, fam. I'm talking about cowards. The worst kind. This dude had an entire hour inside of that school, deciding who he wanted to kill, how he wanted to kill. Imagine how many kids who he shot and reshot. Imagine how many kids he shot, and as time ticked by, he may have saw a kid move and he decided to finish him off. Nah, fam, you can't tell me these suckers couldn't have done something differently. This dude unleashed a barrage of gunfire on 19 babies and 2 adults, all in the same room, and was finally killed after more than an hour. After more than an hour. After a Border Patrol Special Weapons team arrived. Y'all need me to say that again? He was finally killed after more than an hour, after a Border Patrol Special Weapons team arrived. What's all this training for? What do they train? What's the drills for at the schools when a school shooting happens? What's all that for? If the school is going to wait 10 minutes or more after the first shots are fired to announce a lockdown. Where was the school resource officers? Scary ass was probably in the bathroom hiding somewhere. Hiding under a desk somewhere. Straight up cowards. Straight cowards, fam. Nobody should have a job. The entire police force should be relieved of their duties. The entire police force. Straight up cowards. Oh, but I bet you they know how to shoot a black man, an innocent black man that's unarmed. I bet you they can do that. I bet you they can kill an Hispanic like that for no reason at all. I bet you they good at that. They can kill people who not a threat. They can kill people who ain't killing people. They love to do that. They kill people who ain't killing people all day long. But let somebody kill somebody. Hell, they might just stop at Burger King. What do you like to have? You like to have it your way, don't you? Well, me too, man. Go ahead and order me one too. Straight up cowards, fam. Just cowards. Yeah. Yeah, they killed dude. I bet you that if that dude was white, he'd probably still be alive. The only reason they killed him because he was Hispanic. They probably would have allowed him to come out. They probably would have allowed him to come out, like shoot at him and everything. He probably would have, okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'm coming out. Don't shoot. Well, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me. They were like, nah, we're not gonna shoot you, man. We ain't gonna shoot you, man. Just cooperate. We're not gonna shoot you. We're not gonna shoot you. Trip part about it, those cops that were there, they got wives. How could a dude like that show up at home? How could he go home? How could a woman look at him the same? I don't see how women can get excited for cowards. I don't see how a woman can get wet for a coward. They got wives, girlfriends, whatever, hookers, whatever they mess with. How can a woman get excited for a coward? A coward. And what do they tell their kids when they get to the house? Well, I'm sorry, your dad's a coward. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Sorry you had to find out this way. Cowards. People begging them. Man, fam, can you imagine your child inside the school, your second grade, your 7, 8, 9-year-old, your 10-year-old inside of school? It's an active shooter. Police everywhere. And they scary asses won't engage. They won't go in. You don't, at this point, you have nothing to lose. Because this fool is just picking kids off. They're just picking kids off. Hold on, fam. I got an uncivilized mutt in the comments. We got to get him. Got to get him. There we go. Gone. They don't like when you get on here and tell the truth, fam. They don't like that. Them uncivilized mutts, they ride for uncivilized mutts. They got family members who are uncivilized mutts. Their mom and daddy are uncivilized mutts. So anytime they hear some righteousness, they hear some truth. It's like kryptonite to them. What's up, Yummy? Raw Gold, what it do? Flame Jones. What's up, Flame Jones? Quentinville. Man. One whole hour, fam. This dude was in there having his way with them babies for an hour. Just whatever room you're in right now, fam, look around and imagine being inside of that same room with kids, with babies. Imagine a killer being inside of that room. A killer being inside the room, the kids are trapped. And they seeing this dude just killing. He just killing. Man, imagine the horror that those babies faced in their last moments. In this uncivilized mutt, Salvador Ramos, what kind of legacy is that to leave? Yeah, well, yeah. My great grandson, my nephew, he killed those kids over at Uvalde. He killed those the second, third, fourth graders at Uvalde. He the killer. Uncivilized mutt. That's his legacy. See, another one who could not take it, fam. He couldn't hack it. He couldn't do it. He felt insignificant. He felt like a loser. He wasn't good with girls. He was socially awkward. Didn't have any friends. He felt worthless. He ain't shit, wasn't shit. So he decided that, you know what? I'm just going to go kill innocent people who seem like they have everything to live for. I don't want to live anymore, so I'm just going to go kill as many of them as can. You know what? I'll kill the people in the community. I don't like the adults in the community, so I'm going to go to school and kill their children. What a worthless piece of shit. His mama should be embarrassed and his daddy should have pulled out. No more talk.